The wand is alive. Oh my goodness. And only the wand. How is that possible? The plastic must be shimmering. Oh wow, is that cool? It looks like just the wand is amazing. I'm telling you, there really is fairy magic down here. Must be something in the coffee. Anyway. So this whole arrangement is from last year. I trimmed some stuff back and just rearranged a couple things. There used to be a fire stick that was growing here last year, and it got really big and beautiful. And then I watered it once over the winter and the fall, and that was enough to kill it. This is a fire stick here. So these fire sticks, when you bring them in from outside and into your greenhouse, don't water them until into spring. Just keep them dry as a bone. And a lot of these, it's best to keep them dry as a bone until you put them out, and then they're in the bright sun with fresh rain, or and then they'll be okay. And even watering them outside when it's hot, it'll be okay. It's just that in the greenhouse, they can rot if you overwater them in the winter when they go through their slow grow. Now up here, it's all new and very exciting. Okay, that's from last year, but I touched it all up beautifully with some fresh moss. Stick some fresh moss into the cracks. This door opens up, and there's a whole little area in there for the fairies to sit. Okay, you have to use your imagination, people. Ha ha ha. Little broken dish here, and I've got a little arrangement so that they can sit there nice. And the fairies like these little houses. It has an upper deck with protection from predator birds, which is important for fairies because they are scared of predator birds. Now in the wild, if you're looking for fairy arrangements, and they sort of look nesty. That's why there's always moss around, because they try to mimic the birds sometimes and try to disguise their homes with moss and things like that. And then other little critters will come. If you build a little fairy village, they will come. These are new. This is new, my whole turntable. Isn't that nice? I've got 3 turntables. Anyways, I plant these succulents in shallow clay unglazed dishes. And I find a focal point, which was this fairy house here. And then I work around it and I plant little succulent snips. Use cactus soil or succulent soil. Because and then they just don't like to be overwatered succulents. They like bright filtered type light. I mean bright, but not like scorching hot. And this little fairy has a little doorway right there. And here's a fire stick, and I've placed the fire stick a little higher up. And well, there's moss stuffed in it, but there's also some cactus soil or succulent soil. And so it's a little higher up from the dish. These dishes will drain well, but even so, this one here is really particular in the winter. I don't want to lose it again. I had to scramble and find more of those fire stick succulents. These are new little succulents right here. I've transplanted them, I think. I have picked them up the other day. They don't have a common name. It's hard to remember, but anyways. This piece here was a marvelous find. I got it down at the post for $5. This piece right here. It's a ceramic piece, and then I placed it into this dish. and select a few stones, some colored glass that from the dollar store, which is $2 a tube. This is from the secondhand store, 25 cents. This is a nice little chick. Then a little bit of moss. So the most investment was the dish for $10 for this large clay unglazed dish. $5, which was a fabulous find for this piece at the secondhand store. 25 cents for this little salt or pepper shaker, but it's cute and it looks nice nestled in there. And then these fairies are relatively actually quite cheap. They're little porcelain ones at almost $6 at one of the greenhouses down in the downtown area, downtown somewhere, I can't remember. But these were a really good buy. Because some fairies, and this goes in the collection too for $5, because a lot of fairies you can expect to pay upwards of, $8 to $20. Like for this fairy here, this is a Hallmark fairy. That was like $22 for the Hallmark fairy. And this arrangement is from last year. This used to be, it was a candle holder. It had little glass candles in there. And what happened is, of course, it fell over in the wind and it broke all the little glass pieces one by one. And so I lined it with moss and stuff. And I put succulent soil inside last year. And I planted these succulents, these jades, and these other little succulents. And it's actually coming quite nice now. So it's actually growing in there. And then I have a little door so the fairies can have a little house inside. And look, they have a little dog. Isn't that cute? Even the fairies have a little fairy dog. And I got some cute little fairy stickers that are magical, I swear. And of course, oh yes, the all new and exciting arrangement that I did just this morning. Look at how darn cute that is. Like, is that cute or what? This is a flapjack succulent. It's all new and exciting. I need to get a turntable. I like to spin them. That way you can see what I have on the other side. I'm trying out Christmas cactus. And I put some moss and some little succulent pieces. And these are just cuttings. And you just basically place them in gently. Just cut them right from the mother succulent and stick them in dry. Give them a little bit of water and not too much, because it's still March and the weather could get really cold. So I don't want them to rot before they root. And that is all new and exciting. I love how these spin. I need more Lazy Susans. These Lazy Susans are fabulous. You can see the whole dish. You can play with everything. Like, it just goes on and on forever. Oh, and I have lights, little lights. There's a little porch light there. And these all light up. And this is my greenhouse. I usually have the radio on. Little lights, little things here and there. I sit here sometimes and relax and have my coffee. Or my friends sit there and I'll sit here. Usually the red bananas are right here squished in. But they're outside right now in the sun. And then I'll move them back in, move the chair out. It's tight little arrangement, but it works. I made everything myself, this whole greenhouse, and it seems to work. It's good enough. It was cheap. I made it myself, and it's a good place to grow succulents in Canada.